Well, hello everybody, and happy Samhain. Welcome to our ninth, 10th annual Samhain celebration here on the Bernard Alvarez social media network, website, and wherever else I am around. I want to welcome you to this very, very special day. Excuse me. Um, Geez, where do I even start? How much do I love Samhain? How much do I love Halloween? Today is a special day for those of us who follow the sacred wheel of the year, as we do consider it the Witch's New Year, as well. How should we say? It's a wonderful time to honor our ancestors, connect with those of our family, friends, animals, whatnot that have moved on and crossed onto the other side. Also, this is a great time for us to think of all the hard work we've done over the last year and think and contemplate some of those, how shall we say, outmoded ways of being, of thinking, of living, of feeling that are no longer a part of our lives and that we're really ready to let go of. So, with that being said, let me give you a little precursor on what to expect and what to do if you wish to participate in this ceremony, watching live or out on the archive. You're going to want a couple of things, and I believe the two most important things are to have something or someone on your mind of whom you would like to commune with, someone or a pet that has passed on. I have this lovely old pic. I don't know if y'all can see it of my teenage self with my parents in my 80s hair. My goodness. But that happens to be the photo I like to use when I commune with my parents. My father passed on in the late 90s, my mom in the mid 00s or whatever we call it. So I will be focusing on that image. If you don't have an image, if you don't have an item, it is just as nice just to light a candle in their honor. As well, with that being said, it would be nice to have yourself a little tea candle if you have. If not, any candle will do. Just make sure that you are doing it safely and it's not going to burn anything down or catch your house on fire. So please be safe. And speaking of burning things, if you are going to participate in the spell to remove that which we no longer need, get yourself a thin little piece of paper, just a little sliver, don't make it too big, and just write down in a few words what it is that you no longer need to carry with you, that you're going to um, give to the universe to become spiritual compost, for lack of a better term. So yeah, have that ready, and by all means, please have something like an ashtray or some kind of fireproof container that, when we do light that sliver of paper, that you put it somewhere where you're not going to start a fire in your home. So please do be careful. As someone has been doing this since the 90s, I have caught my sleeves on fire. I have caught altar cloths on fire. So I have learned my lesson on how to be careful when you are working with fire in ceremony, especially during a Sabbath where energies can get a little excitable, for lack of a better term. Anyway, so we're going to start in just a few moments. So before we start, go ahead. Yes, please, by all means, contemplate on who you're going to commune with, and as well, go ahead and start writing down what it is that you would like to get rid of. And while we prepare, I just want to click on to the chat here and see who's on and say hello to a few of you. Wow, we got quite a few people on the chat. I want to say hello to Tristan. Hey, Tristan, over on my YouTube channel. I see Lisa and Terry on Facebook. Good to see y'all. Thank you for being here. And James Gray, yes, you can actually. Not them in particular, but you're welcome to burn away the energies of that which is harassing you. But You might want to stick around for next week's show when we conclude the season of The Witch. We are going to be covering some spell work and how to write your own spells, and I'll give you a few pointers on protection magic and psychic self defense. So that'll be. And yes, Renee, will this work the same on replay? Of course it will. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we are doing this ceremony today on October 25th. The real Samhain, the astrological Samhain, is not until November 7th, which will be the exact cross quarter day between the autumn equinox and the winter solstice. So, by all means, I'm putting it out early so you can do it with your friends this weekend, or you are welcome to do it on the actual day of Samhain, which is on November 7th. So, you are welcome to do this as many times as you want. I am actually going to be doing 3 ceremonies this year. This is one of 2 more after this. I have one Saturday night coming up, and I'll be doing one on Samhain proper, I guess we could call it. Yes, but by all means, you can do that. Oh my goodness. So, without further ado, let me just give you a quick outline of what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be cleansing my space. If you have an incense that you'd like to use, or you don't have to, I'll be smudging my area and smudging out toward all of you as well to create a sacred space. We will be creating an orb of protection other than casting a circle, since we are all around the world in different areas. So we'll do a grounding and create a safe space as well. We'll be calling upon the elements. We'll be calling upon the crone, and we'll be calling upon the Lord of the Underworld, Pan, or whoever you want to consider that may be, being that we're dealing with a time of the dead. Then we will go ahead and do the communing meditation with the ancestors, followed by our spell, and then we'll call it a Sabbat. So I see a few more people popped in. I just want to say hello to AABB on YouTube. I see Eel Wise 52 on YouTube. Hello. And I see Maria's on YouTube now also. So very good, everybody. Welcome. And thank you so much for celebrating this special time with me. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smudge my personal space. I say this every time, but if this is your first time, I use Nag Champa when I'm working indoors. If only for the reason I don't want to use a smudge stick because it gets a little too smoking in confined quarters. But a special cleansing smoke and healing smoke for all of you. So let us begin. Welcome, everyone, to our Samhain Sabbat here at the Grove. Samhain is a celebration of the end of the harvest and the start of the coldest half of the year. And with this transition, it's also celebrated as the beginning of the new spiritual year, the witch's new year. During this time, the veil between the worlds is the thinnest, and we use this opportunity to call upon and honor our ancestors. Let our circle be cast. Our Sabbath has begun. So, if you would like to join me in creating sacred space, you can close your eyes. Let's take a few deep breaths in through our nose, grounding ourselves. Allow our mind to quiet. bringing our focus and our attention to this moment, to this time and space. And what I'd like you to do now is to imagine a small orb of light in the center of your belly, your abdomen, and see this golden ball of light about the size of a softball begin to grow, expanding outward in front of you, behind you, beginning to encompass your upper body, going above your head, down to your knees, expanding several feet in front of you, behind you as it continues to swell and to grow, feeling and filling the space with golden healing light. Allow the golden orb to go to the top of your room, below the floor beneath you, expanding several feet in front of you, behind you, to the left of you, to the right of you. And just focus on this space, fortifying its boundaries, feeling safe, feeling contained and at peace. The circle is now cast, as we are all here in perfect love and perfect trust. And as is tradition for my group, my grove, at least the Star Mountain Grove, and I'm sure this grove, if you've done ceremony with me in the past, we do work widdershins or counterclockwise for Samhain. So we're going to start at the west, and I'd like you all to please take a moment, sense the energy of the guardians of the west, of the element of water, and join me as we hail the guardians of the west, element of water, keeper of the veil between the worlds. We ask that you lift the silvery realm of the veil, and we invite you into our sacred space to reveal your secrets of the coming year. We ask that you cleanse our hearts and open our souls to your watery energy. Welcome and blessed be. And now bringing our attention to the south. Again, let us take a moment to evoke the fire element within us, sensing its presence as we hail the guardians of the south, the element of fire, keeper of the flames that burn this night, to honor our loved ones, to keep the hearth warm, and to honor Vesta, the goddess of the hearth. We invite you into our sacred space to warm our hearts and ignite our souls. Welcome and blessed be. And let us bring our attention now to the east and the element of air. Let us evoke that feeling of the element of air, the elementals of air. As we call upon the guardians of the east, element of air, keeper of new ideas, home of the fairies and sprites, keeper of the wheel. We invite you into our sacred space to guide us in the coming year, to enlighten us with your insight. Welcome and blessed be. And now bringing our attention to the north, let us evoke the energy of earth within us as we hail to the guardians of the north, element of earth, keeper of all earthy elements. We invite you into our sacred space to guide us with your wisdom for the new year, to embrace us with your strength and open the gates of the underworld. Welcome and blessed be. At this time, I am going to light my candle as we call upon the crone and the god. And yes, please join me if you'd like in invoking the crone tonight. Dark Mother, ruler of the night, goddess of death and rebirth, wise Hecate, hear and behold your children this night as we honor thee and thy realm. We stand humbly before thee, asking for thy blessing and favor. Lift now the veil between the worlds as this time out of time begins. Guide us in communing with our ancestors as they journey to the summer lands. So mote it be. Hear now the charge of the crone, the words of the dark goddess, the wise crone who stands within the crossroads, whose torch illuminates the underworld. I am the queen of magic and the dark of the moon, hidden in the deepest night. I am the mystery of the other world and the fear that coils about your heart in the time of your trials. I am the soul of nature that gives form to the universe. It is I who await you at the end of the spiral dance. Most ancient among gods and mortals, let my worship be within the heart that has truly tasted life. For behold, all acts of magic and art are my pleasure, and my greatest ritual is love itself. I am the dark of the moon, the hidden one, the invisible unknown that lies ahead. But do not fear me, for I am not malicious, and my touch, however harsh, is love. Only in ignorance am I scorned and reviled. Those who do not know me parody me as the ugly old woman whose powers were said to blight crops and sour the milk in the cow. It is fear that turns my age into abomination, my wrinkles into hideous deformity, and my voice into an evil and manipulative cackle. For those who saw power over the earth were afraid to face my wisdom and my unalterable truth. From me comes the knowledge of the healing herbs and the chants and songs that shaped our lives. I give focus to our changing seasons. I am a teacher, oracle, the promise of rebirth. Therefore, let there be beauty in your strength, compassion in your wrath, power in your humility, and discipline balanced through mirth and reverence. You who seek to remove my veil and behold my true face, know that all your questioning and efforts are for nothing, and all your lust and desire shall avail you not at all. For unless you know my mystery, look wherever you will, it will elude you. For it is within you and nowhere else. For behold, I have been with you from the very beginning, the comforting hand that nurtured you in the dawn of life, and the loving embrace that awaits you at the end of each life. For I am that which is attained at the end of the dance, and I am the womb of new beginnings, as yet unimagined and unknown. Blessed be. And join me now as we call upon the Dark Lord, keeper of the underworld. Dark Father, age consort of the crone, Lord of the underworld, hear and behold your children this night as we honor thee and thy realm. We stand between thee and thy lady, asking for blessing and favor. As this time out of time approaches, stand ever guard as the veil lifts. Keep our ancestors and all of our loved ones safe as they journey to the summer lands. So mote it be. And now, let us consecrate our wishes that our loved ones be kept safe on their journey in our visit with them tonight. At this time, I would like to ask all of you to close your eyes as we begin to commune with our loved ones. If you'd like, by all means, before you close your eyes, feel free to look at your photo, touch your photo or your keepsake, or light your candle that you're using to honor those who you wish to commune with. And bringing our ancestors to mind, begin by taking a deep breath, closing your eyes, and feel the words as I call our ancestors to join us. The moon is bright, the crone is old, the body lifeless, the bones so cold. We all live and pay our dues, to die in ones and threes and twos. Death, dance and play the harp, piercing silence in the dark. The woman's old with withered limbs, death beckons her to dance with him. As she accepts the dance of death, the earth is cooled in ghostly breath, to lie in dormancy once more, to have her strength and life restored. Take another deep breath in through your nose, filling your belly, keeping your eyes closed. All ye spirits who walk this night, hearken, hearken to my call. I bid you in our circle join. Enter, enter, one and all. Come, ye spirits of the dead, be ye spirits of plant or pet or human being who still roams. Into the circle you are let. Speak to us of things unknown. Lend your energies to this rite. To speed your journey, we have joined on this sacred Samhain night. All ye spirits who walk this night, hearken, hearken to my call. I bid you in our circle join. Enter, enter, one and all. And now let us take a few moments and commune with our dearly departed. The fruit is first seed, yet seed comes from the fruit. In the mystery of life and death and rebirth, their circle turns ever, and we are its root. The sun conceived in darkness cold, in the shadow of death, a life unfolds. A shred of light begins to burn. From death comes life, the circle turns. Blessed be. The wheel is turned, the final harvest reaped. It is time for rest, and a time to leave behind that which no longer serves our spiritual evolution. This is the time where we let go and leave behind. This is a time for a cremation of our woes. And what I'd like you to do now is, if you have your candle lit or your piece of paper, again, if you do not have a candle or a piece of paper, just use in your mind's eye a short phrase of that which you are ready to let go. And what I'd like you to do is hold on to that phrase, hold on to that slip of paper if you've got one, and just repeat it in your mind over and over for a few moments. And allow an image of what that looks like to you. What has it felt like? Close your eyes and think back on that which you wish to let go and where it's made an appearance in your life, an experience or feeling that you may have had. Recall that memory. Recall that emotion. Or recall the image, if it's a material thing, of that which you are ready to let go. And now, moving forward, I'd like you to imagine now what your life will look like without it. How will you feel? Will your life and your mind and your emotions feel lighter? Will you feel less grief, sadness, concern, worry, or anxiety? But just imagine that feeling and sense the gratitude you have that that which was holding you back is no longer a part of your life. And when you are ready, I'd like you to repeat after me. Cares and worries go away. By the spell you cannot stay. Be gone from here now, fly and flee. As we do will it, so mote it be. A little faster now. Cares and worries go away. By the spell you cannot stay. Be gone from here now, fly and flee. As we do will it, so mote it be. One more time, faster. Cares and worries go away. By the spell you cannot stay. Be gone from here now, fly and flee. As we do will it, so mote it be. Blessed be. If you have that paper, this is the time to light it. Put it in your fire safe container. When this is over, please take the ashes of this and throw it to the wind and let the elementals take it away to become spiritual compost to come back as something better somewhere else. Anyway, that has been wonderful. We're going to dismiss the quarters in just a moment, but I'd like to go ahead and click back on the chat and say hello to a few of you that I may not have seen. We're on here and celebrating with us. Again, it means so much to me to celebrate this with our, how shall we say, our my online grove, my online community. Wait, I need to block. We're being evangelized. Is that the word I'm looking at? There we go. So I wanted to say hello. Oh, that's it. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys have been enjoying this. Hello, Maria, on YouTube. It's so good to see you. And I think I saw Liz pop up on here. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed today's ceremony. I'd like to remind you all that next week we are going to be going a little bit deeper in how to create spells, how to do magic. Um, I normally just usually utilize those like 20-minute classes to kind of give an overview, but I think I'm going to go a little bit in deeper. So just know that next week's show will probably be longer than my regular 30 minutes, kind of like today's broadcast is. So we will go in a little bit deeper, a little bit more detailed, and I will be answering your questions on creating spells, performing magic, um, and I'll be answering those questions live. So if you have any questions, like James Gray, was it James Gray? Yes, I think was asking on how to fill in the blank. Please save those questions for next week. I will be answering them for you. We'll go into a little bit more detail on that. With that being said, um, let's go ahead and open the circle. So if you will join me in great God, Lord of the underworld, who has joined us today, thank you for being a part of our sacred rite today. Please usher our ancestors back to the summer lands safely, guarding them with your protection, that they may find joy in the afterlife, full of blessings, hope, and healing. Thank you, and blessed be. And to the crown, Goddess Hecate, Goddess of all witches and magic, who we celebrate this Samhain night. We thank you so much for lending your energy to our work. We honor you this evening and are very grateful for your presence in our lives and in our Sabbath this day. Thank you, and blessed be. And to the guardians of the north and the element of earth, continue to guide us in giving us your strength as we move ahead in the coming year. Keep us grounded, keep us strong. Thank you, and blessed be. And to the guardians of the East, the element of air, we thank you for lending your energy for this sacred rite. We ask that you continue to aid us in having clarity of mind and thought in the year moving ahead. Thank you, and blessed be. And to the guardians of the South, the element of fire, which lends its passion to our sacred rite, please grant us and assist us with your power of transformation, lighting the way for us to see clearly in the year moving ahead. Thank you, and blessed be. And to the guardians of the West, thank you for joining us in this sacred rite, for opening the gateway to the land of the dead and allowing our ancestors to come join us. As we close the gate and bid farewell to our friends, our family, our pets, and all those that we love, please watch over them and please allow us your wisdom, strength, and intuitive ability to remember the strength our ancestors give us as we move forward in this sacred year. Thank you, and blessed be. And now, let us recall the fortified boundaries of the golden orb that we have surrounded ourselves in, the sacred space that we have created. Let us recall the bright golden yellow light, allowing it to get brighter and brighter, blindingly bright to where it begins to dissolve, erasing the boundaries above us, below us, in front of us, behind us, and to the left of us. As we dissolve the sacred space, let us remember we are all united as one human family. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. The Sabbath is done. A blessed Samhain to all of you, and a wonderful season ahead, or year ahead. Thank you, everyone. And I'm just going to say a few hellos real quick. I think a few more popped on here. I want to say hello to Buddy on YouTube, Anita on YouTube, Woos, I hope I'm saying that correctly, on Facebook, and blessed be to you, to Tristan. Oh, my darling friend Linda Cartwright, I love you. I'm so glad to celebrate with you, even if we're, well, a couple thousand miles away or so. I love celebrating with a former practitioner, a practitioner I used to formerly practice with. Anita on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Venom Doll, it's always good to see you. And to everybody, I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful pagan new year. We will be doing another ceremony. The next ceremony, of course, will be for Yule, the solstice, the winter solstice. So we'll be back to do another ceremony then. But of course, I will be back next week as we close off the season of the witch, where we'll be doing a discussion on the elements of spell work and magic. Uh, Hopefully, I'll be able to help you out in developing your own spells and give you some of my old tried and true standbys that I use for like psychic self defense and protection and whatnot. We find we all need that once in a while, especially when we're feeling attacked. But anyway, great seeing you, friends. By all means, please remember, if you would like, you can subscribe to me on Patreon, on YouTube, on Facebook, and become a monthly contributor if you are appreciating my work. If not, please look below. You can make a one-time donation. Click the link in the description. Other than that, I am, of course, available for one-on-one sessions. If you go to my website, if you'd like a reading, or if you would just like someone to talk to, or some spiritual tutoring, I'm here to help. I love you. You are my community, and I'm so blessed to be able to celebrate these very special times and these special occasions with all of you. It always feels so much better. And there's so many of us. I can feel your energy, and I love you. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Have a great week and enjoy the rest of the sound season. Bye bye.